Hi.
Hi.
I'm Little Calby.
What's up, bitches?
And this is Little Stevie. And today we've got this 455 Oldsmobile long block.
Yeah.
I got this for free on Craigslist, and it's really hard to find one of these that isn't blown up. We're going to tear this bad boy down in hopes of putting it back together cheaply for our super sweet Cheetah jet boat. So yeah, we're going to tear on in.
I'm real good at this.
All right. She's up in the air there.
That's enough to make a grown man cry there. I can.
Jesus. It's a good noise. All right, right there.
It's the sound I make every night, dude. Get a croissant.
Hey, croissant.
A croissant.
Hold on, I gotta show Old Trusty.
Show him Old Trusty.
This one is Old Trusty. As you can see, Old Trusty's been well repaired because it broke at one point.
But now the part of the show where I sit here and cringe. I'm very good at this.
I supervise. Me and this engine, we've been through some stuff. It's been in the back of my truck for probably 2 months now, so and I've been driving. Come on, you're good.
Oh!
All right, there we go.
All right.
Had a mind of its own there.
And now for the part of the show where I stand on this because it.
What's it?
Ah!
Oh baby! All right, just bring it around.
It's leaking.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's it leaking?
Oh, Earl, like the most bubbling crude oil I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I think it's been filling this tire because all the old oil's been leaking out of the back of my truck. So this tire just had like oil in
The
the.
most fucking Flintstones ass dinosaur looking oil.
Oh wow! That is some Flintstones bubbling crude. We might have gone a little too high. I might have had you.
Yeah.
I think you got a little carried away
I
there.
think I'm just too good at cranking, my friend. Soiled. They're foiled again. Soiled again.
Soiled again.
Just like grandma. Soiled again. Oh, you got double trouble crescents.
Yeah, man, I had to break the bolt loose. It was one of them fancy bolts that took 2 crescents. I mean, just these little bolts are spooking me. It's a lot of weight.
You got 4 of them. Good.
Yeah, they're only threaded in like that far. I left the Flintstones oil.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. Oh.
Okay, you're okay.
There she is. There she is.
There she is.
Oh, we got the motor there. Now all that needs to happen is
Everything
Richie.
else.
Everything. The whole motor.
It's a view.
It's got green in it. Yeah.
So basically, neither of us have any money to do this. And
Yeah.
I got this engine for free from an old jet boat dude who said that these 455 olds are like terrible for boats.
But
And
fuck him.
Yeah,
we're doing
fuck
it
him.
anyways.
We're gonna do it anyways. No, so we're gonna try to do this as cheap as possible. So we're gonna tear this thing apart. We've got a bunch of extra parts. Yeah. We've got a bunch of extra parts for this thing, so we're gonna try to tear her down and see what we can salvage. And if we can't salvage it, maybe we got a spare one.
Yeah. Start putting stuff aside.
All right, so here she is up close. Didn't come with an intake. Didn't come with a water pump. We have all the boat water pump and logs and all that good stuff. Did come with a little timing cover. But the guy that gave this to me said he didn't want to deal with it. He says it did turn over, but I wasn't happy about it. And so far, I am not able to get it to turn over. He thinks water got in it, but she actually looks pretty dry. So, I don't know. I don't see any bent push rods. She looks halfway decent. It might have just been sitting for a while, but we're going to tear it down and see if we can get something beautiful. All right, we got some fun stuff in here. Ooh. Got this random belt. That's a random valve that was on the back that broke off. I don't know if that like lets water through the coolant passages or what.
It doesn't anymore.
All kinds of good stuff. Ooh! Here's the washer for the the crankshaft bolt.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a keeper.
One step closer. What did I call this? Pinky?
Pinky the Tickler.
Oh, Pinky the Tickler. That's right.
That's our nickname.
That's what we're calling her apparently.
Actually, you know what? We should take the spark plugs out first.
Oh.
Yeah.
See how much water is.
Yeah. Just to give us a little preview. They weren't real tight.
Yeah. That didn't look like it.
Yeah, she wasn't. She wasn't all that tight. Well, didn't look all that bad. They're not like. Looks like I might have been running a little rich, but I don't know. It's not too bad. Looks about like the last one. Not too bad.
Well, that's all right. That's good.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Ooh. Oh. This one's got some rust. Oh boy.
Oh, that's Brown Town.
She had some,
Here, hold on. It's got to focus.
Yeah. No, that's what we were hoping.
That's what we were hoping to see.
Well, I guess that's what I was expecting to see. That's probably why it won't crank over. It's probably super rusted up in there. I'm hoping that's something a little hone job can handle, because I really don't want to take this block in to get it bored. So we got the rust bucket here, and then the 3 decent runners.
All right,
man,
let's
your turn.
check out the other side.
It's time for you to do the other side. I know you're not supposed to like wail on them, but these aren't tight at all.
No, that was
Not too bad.
It's not spooking me too bad. It was locked in a little bit. The last one was just.
She was just in there.
That one was finger tight.
Yeah, that one looks really good.
So far,
actually.
so good on this side.
This bank looks really well.
Maybe
this guy. Or
maybe we just have one Cranky the kid over there.
Yeah, I just hope it's just surface rust in there. I just don't know. This guy
3
said this
for
thing's
3.
been sitting. Oh yeah, we got another winner there. That one looks pretty good.
I'm hoping it's just that one. We got one little stinker. Ooh, we got one little stinker.
All right.
Oops.
We might just have some water in that hole. I don't know, man. That might have been what killed this bad boy. She was obviously run a lot, because you can see where these things cracked and somebody skillfully welded them back up. We've got new ones of these, but you can see welding there. I know
Welds
these
actually aren't too bad on this.
Yeah. These will superheat because there's 2 exhaust ports like right next to each other. So they tend to want to like crack it right there. Ooh, them's tight. Tighter than the spark plugs, that's for sure.
Peter, ooh, yummy.
Boy, them was tight. I don't know what the torque spec is for any of this, but man, these are tight. Ooh.
Torque to very tight. Ooh.
All right, we got this side off. Do we want to go do the other side, or do we want to do the log on this side?
Let's get the log.
You want to take the log
Let's
off?
work side by side here.
All right, let's do it. These little bolts are...
Which size you reckon that there Lincoln log is?
I'm gonna say that's maybe a 9/16.
9/16.
Oh,
Hey, first try.
Man, these are tight, but the nuts fit on.
But the nuts are tighter.
It'll be interesting to see how this thing was put together. Like, these marine engines, these 455 Olds marine engines just want to kill themselves. Like, they're not a good engine for marine use, but for some reason, like, every freaking jet boat ever had a 455 Olds in it.
Look, it's ASMR.
China Wall RTV ASMR. This guy says, the guy that I got this from told me a story where he built a jet boat with a 455 Olds, and he took his wife and her family out, and they got it off the dock, and like 100 yards out into the lake, the engine threw a rod. So, I like that these are just called logs. A log!
It's log! Let me try to light up the crustaceans for you guys.
Are there sea creatures in it? Ooh, wait. Ooh, a bunch of soot just poured out.
Ooh! Oh, I didn't get that on camera.
Soot and rust just went... Get a load of this.
Wow, you can draw on it. It's like that magnet guy where you like give him like eyebrows and hair. What was that guy called again?
I don't know.
Like Harry Willie or something? It was not Harry Willie.
Wooly Willy. It was
Wooly
Wooly
Willy.
Willy. That was what he was called. I'm here, and y'all are there.
All right.
Well, do you want to take the valve train off the other side? You want to do the honors?
Yeah, choo-choo.
And then we'll slunk these heads off.
Sure. Let's have ourselves a bad Christmas.
Taking a motor apart is like Christmas, but the surprise is how much money you get to spend. You gonna go for the log first? I like your style.
You handed me the wrench, so
well,
I gotta go for the log.
Okay. I don't know, I'm really not that worried about it, as long as the block is okay. I mean, we have extra heads, we have extra valve train, we have extra logs and crank. We pretty much have everything. Except for we don't have a cam.
For both of them, apparently.
Yeah,
I could have sworn there was a cam for this, but...
I didn't see it, man. And we got all them parts out of the van. Didn't see no
Maybe I'm just.
There wasn't no Karen friend.
Look at that baby. The lock washer's rusted to the bolt.
Hell yeah. We gotta keep that. That's a keeper, man.
And now a word from our sponsor, Garage Foofy. I know they're delicious. Foofy just wants to eat everything.
I will preface this with neither of us have ever built a GM engine, and I've never worked on a boat engine. Stefan at least had.
Oh yeah, now my logs. I always take my log apart every night, right?
No, dude, the one up at Donner.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What did you do to that one? Did you take the logs off?
Yeah, that's all I did. No, the logs stayed on because the logs were fully plumbed and that didn't look fun. So the boat was sunk in Donner Lake in California, and I got to pump all the water out of it by doing the old pull the spark plugs and crank it over trick. That one.
There's even critters in this one.
Oh.
See the seeds inside? I don't know if the camera can see the seeds. It's like a rain stick. Oh!
No! You.
Listen, hear the rain in the rain stick.
Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
I learned this in NASCAR.
Do they change out the cylinder heads in NASCAR?
Yeah. With every pit stop.
Did you get them all?
No, I got them all.
Oh.
You think I bullshitted my way through NASCAR University?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to question your NASCAR experience.
Win more. Oh no. Jeff Gordon would have screamed at me for that one.
We got their valve turn off.
Choo choo. Hey.
First try.
First try.
There we go.
There we go.
Wait, them's tight.
If the freshness seal is broken, contact manufacturer. It's like tennis. You have to like yell at. Yell.
All right, let's get that impact over here.
Nothing to do now, but try to peel it off.
Let's see if she comes off.
Ooh.
Yeah, just as I suspected. We're gonna need a big old screwdriver to pry these bad boys apart. And by screwdriver, I meant tire iron. Oh, yeah, that did the trick. Ah, okay. Ooh, we got a bad one.
Ooh.
That's pretty rough.
She's orange for fast.
Yeah, we'll see.
You could snort it all like cocaine and get
I just hope
tetanus.
it's not pitted. If it'll hone out, that might be okay, but how's she feeling? There's a lot of rust in there, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if feeling is gonna get me very far. Well, good thing we have a extra set of heads.
Yeah. Boy, she's crusty. The rest looked okay. No, this one.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Looks like water did in fact get into this motor.
These two, but it doesn't even look like it was leaking through the head gasket. It looks like it was just. It might have come in through the intake valve or something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, regardless of that, boy, she's crusty.
You. Yeah, the other ones don't look bad. Oh, maybe not. That one.
That one.
That one doesn't look too
might
bad.
clean
It's
up.
the old spooky here with like chunks of rust.
Nah, she's kind of pitted up top. Boy, I mean that's gnarly.
That's hardcore.
These other ones don't look too bad. I don't know, they're not horrible, but just this one. We'll have to get everything out and then we'll see. It might not be too bad. She might hone out. For a low budget build, we might be able to make this dog hunt.
Good old Jeff Gordon, fire up his olds. There it is. I'm gonna have to file workers' comp for that one.
Workers' comp.
It's like they taught me in NASCAR. Let go.
Is that the right size?
Yep.
Boy.
This is the night of the 9/16 gear wrench.
Alright.
Ooh, there's some crustaceans on there, but
Just a
that's
little
nothing.
action.
I ain't afraid of that.
One of these, I think they're called a pedestal, or yeah, one of these rocker pedestals, like died here. So that could be another reason why she went down.
We just got some bread and some Turby energy drinks.
Yep. I think we gotta pull these lifters on out. There, boy.
Let's lifter them on out.
You're right. Let's take a look at the first one. They don't look half bad. Oh. I'm just looking to see if they're still round on top. You want them to be like slightly convex. I'm just, if the cam's like halfway decent. Right now there's like a national cam shortage. I don't know if I said that already. Cam blank shortage. So you actually cannot get a cam for this engine right now, as far as I've looked. Like Comp and everybody, they don't have blanks available, I guess. I've never reused a cam. I always put a new cam and everything, but if this one's all ate up, we might need to...
We might be camming and scramming.
Garage foofy.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes. Alright. Oh, no, not alright. That was all wrong.
We've got some super cool signed, well, this one is signed valve cover that's for this engine, actually. It's got Lucky from Hot Rod Garage. It's got
Dunk Boo.
No, what is that? Oh, that's Derek from Vice Grip Garage, Steve Dulcich, David Freiberger, Finnegan, and Faye from All Girls Garage.
All girls.
Kind of like us, All Girls
All
Garage.
girls garage. All girls all the time. No boys allowed. Slightly
I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the oil filler
Chooch tube.
Get out of here, chooch tube.
Here, let's see. Try to stay out of the way. Keep the shit. Ooh, she's leaking. Oh yeah, there's water in there. It is green.
See, it's very antifreezy looking. I wonder if somebody like winterized it or something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, yep. That's green, alright.
Come on. I don't know what that was. Somebody's loose in there. Don't like the sound of that.
Oh, a little cloud of... Get some orange in there.
Yeah. It's kind of like the cheese that you make, Kraft mac and cheese. Yeah, these engines want to suck their oil pans dry, and then the oil doesn't return down the heads very easily. So it pretty much fills the valve covers full of oil, and then they that's why all of these are dead. So basically the fix for that, told to me by Mike Finnegan himself, Mr. Boat, is to just run a really big oil pan, and then you can do some restricting and like porting of like the oil return stuff that we may or may not do.
We've made green and orange.
They made the green and orange. Let's get that there oil pan off. What do you say?
Yes.
And that starter.
Yes. Well, let's see if it's
talking
3/8.
3/8.
It is 3/8.
I'm getting better at that shit, man. I'm gonna use the drill for my side.
Oh, look at you.
Ooh, the drill can break these days.
Look at you and your green brand drill.
So you should use a drill, man.
I'm already committed.
Oh, you just wanted to.
I want
feel
to
every
be
thread.
intimate. I'm going for the intimacy of this boat motor. So when it blows up 100 feet out on the lake, then I'll
You know that you turn those bolts.
I turn those bolts. That all this time was for naught.
At least you got a marine starter out of the deal. They were running a Fram, so they cared, obviously.
Yeah.
They wanted to get as much rust through that bad boy. That's where all that rust in that hole came from. Came out of that Fram oil filter.
Well, this is
Let's save that and we'll cut it open and see.
We should. I'd be curious.
I'll just put her down in the pan of shame.
Just add to the colors here.
What's wrong with Fram?
Frams have rust in them from the factory.
So they seriously have rust in them from the factory?
Yep. Don't ever run a Fram oil filter.
I always use Wix.
Wix is good.
Well,
Seared.
good to know I accidentally made the right choice.
I remember when I had my first truck, I put a Fram on it. I put a Fram on my Lariat because I saw it on a tractor and I thought it was like heavy duty.
Like, whoa.
Oh!
The seal has been broken. The warranty is void.
No! Dude, you have a garage tire iron too? Do you want to know how you can upgrade it? Put a little bit of duct tape on the end.
Okay.
I've never heard upgrade tire iron, but
Oh!
here you go.
Oh! Look! It's looking good.
Oh, she's looking great.
No, like these are... Oh, shit.
Give him a close up of the chunky.
I was looking at the crank. I didn't notice that.
Can you see that chunky sludge? Let's see. As long as there's no hard bits. I mean, I don't know. This thing's pretty wasted, so it's just sludgy.
Where's my Turby at? Dang it.
It's been filming the whole time.
I don't know if I have a socket.
Our standard of quality for this channel is pretty low.
These will just be time lapse parts, I guess.
I don't care.
Well, let's go ahead and take this timing set off, I guess.
Drink up, Goofy. It'll make you grow up big and strong.
Oh!
Bye!
Oh, it just fell out.
Okay.
Did you guys just see the rust that just cascaded out of the engine?
That's the Kraft macaroni and cheese packet.
Oh my god.
There we go. We broke her loose.
This is a grease nipple. This has multiple grease nipples.
Well, you just want her to keep her. You want to keep her
You
moving.
really want her to spin around while you're.
This thing's taking the whole cam with it.
Oh.
How's she smell? Describe the smell to us.
That's a good 2,500 mile oil right there.
That's probably all this thing did.
I don't even think that much
Gotta take this bad boy off of here.
is.
I know, it's such a pain in the ass.
It just broke off.
So much for that.
I was looking at you and I saw
Yeah.
pink and pink.
Well, we
She's
got
off. We got her off.
Ooh. Are you ready? This is gonna satisfy some folks. Hey,
What are you eating?
I'll get out of here. Go on. Go on. No.
Hey, buddy.
We ruined the moment.
I did ruin it. It's okay.
That was so good ASMR.
Oh, it's still going. There's that big old, like...
Your little nuts are gonna be quaking. Oh, did you hear that?
Get a load of that. Look at that. He's a beaut. We can go ahead and pull the camshaft out, I do believe.
Ooh. Oh, we got black now.
Ooh, bubbling crude. Man.
That was probably the oil this came from the factory with.
Oh, that is
Definitely the oil this came from the factory with.
that is sludgy.
Ooh. Yeah.
Jeez.
Talk about chunky brown. I like that it's like slopping into the pan over there.
Yeah, she's a runner.
She's a runner.
She's gonna fire right up. Come on.
Yeah? You think you got a real motor over there?
That stuff, that is like revoltingly sludgy. Oh my god.
You get a full 360 chunky brown experience.
It looks like this engine was never painted.
I don't think it was.
I'm gonna guess. Oh wait, she just keeps dropping the cheese in there. Well, we gotta find something that can get these rods off.
Or if we want to be polite to our Canadian viewers, it's Kraft Dinner.
Oh.
Some KD.
Is it really called Kraft
It's
Dinner?
called Kraft Dinner. A true master of his craft takes the time to get to know his engine.
Damn.
I feel like I've gotten to know this motor a little better than I did before.
How the hell do you get these off, man?
There's probably some stupid $25 O'Reilly socket that you need.
We might need to go over. What time is it? Are they closed yet?
Oh no, they're not closed
It's
yet.
7:30.
They close at 8.
You want to go to O'Reilly?
We're gonna
Yeah,
have to,
baby.
man. These Mac Daddies ain't coming off.
Alright.
We're gonna go back to O'Reilly's because these have the like 12-point or whatever. All right, we'll be back.
Alright.
Hey YouTube, it's me. You tired of this shit? You don't like it? Me neither. It's stupid.
Show them what you got. So we went over to O'Reilly's and we got this super sweet, weird socket for studs and stuff. Ooh. And so now we've got a socket that'll fit this because I didn't have one before. So now we're gonna go to town, baby.
Let's do it! Ooh. She's gonna need some mean.
She's gonna need some persuasion.
Oh, don't kick that over.
There we go.
Now she's a runner.
Stefan, she was always a runner.
Do you want to live forever?
Maybe the rings are all stupid.
Maybe the rings are all stupid.
The rings might be all stupid. You never know, dude.
They're all stupid. That size is a little small.
My exes live in Texas.
Oh my god.
Back at the garage.
Kelvin's got to get the motor torn apart before Sunday, or the boss is gonna be mad.
What are you guys doing out here, you motherfuckers? Sorry, boss.
Oh, sorry, we're ready to do a snag. I don't want to hear excuses. The motor's got to be torn apart by Sunday.
Or this customer's gonna be mad.
Well, let's get the engine together in time to ensure the boss doesn't get on
she
their
comes.
case.
There she is, boys.
There she blows. This
Wow.
piston's beautiful.
That actually.
She's sexy. She's got a little
baby's-
crust on the top. But get a load of that bad boy.
Woo!
We'll inspect a little more later, boy. That oil was bad though. Tell you what.
Chunky brown.
And these gaskets or these seals don't feel like they're even the right size. Boy, they just barely fit on that. Got cranks looking. Oh, not too bad actually.
There it is.
Tonight we have a lovely 2017 24 karat push rod.
That's the connecting Man. Tight as a mouse's ear. I got a better tool set out of my truck than I do in my garage. This thing doesn't look like it ran for all that long.
Like most Oldsmobile motors.
I mean, but it looks good, you know.
Here it comes. Baby's coming. Push, mom, push.
It's crowning.
Damn.
There we go.
It's a boy.
Oh, did you hear the sound that made when it came out?
Yeah.
That was good.
This thing's been rebuilt before. You can see how they stamped the number 2 on there. And look, these really aren't even hardly worn. This engine didn't last long on whatever build it went through. These are pretty clean, pretty new.
Yeah, get this plastic piece of shit out of here. We only deal in American muscle on this channel. Only.
Only American.
This is American Muscle.
All right. Will she crank?
All right. We're going to see if she turns over. And
She ain't turning yet.
I think old Crispy's keeping us at bay here. Oh! It sounded extra crispy, but
Yeah, the way she sounded saying.
Oh, there it
she
went.
broke free. Oh, yeah, there we go.
the rings were just a little.
She's gotta get past that crispy spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that could have been way worse than it was.
That could have been in the splash zone.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Fucking nasty, man. Oh, man. Doesn't even want to go down the funnel.
Oh god.
You can hear it, just
I
like.
hear it across the room.
The chunks. Oh. Come on, fella. For what's coming out of this engine, the just horrible sledge.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There's the crap dinner.
Kenny Loggins over here, man. Oh, she's bad. It looks decent though. I mean,
Yeah, this motor is not like
so far,
reflective
other than
of what was in it.
the
Yeah.
rusty stuff.
We should do a DIY hot tank where you put it in your bathtub.
Yeah, because that'll hot tank this bad boy.
Polyphonic singing. You know, that's something that's probably never been done in a fucking car video. Hey,
Yeah, that's right.
Take a second to sing in 2 notes at once.
You fuckers never seen a car engine tear down with
Went
polyphonic.
like this. Is it in?
That's what I ask them every night.
Thanks, Stefan.
Dude, I love this cheater bar.
This is good.
Oh, hey yo! Very
I
smart.
feel like that's why they put the hole in the end of it.
I thought that was just to hang it up.
No, it's to make it a cheater bar look.
Obviously.
Oh, this is all crispy, isn't it?
It looks like someone rebuilt it, like barely ran it, and it just died.
Yeah, I mean, if there was actually water in all of it, I would have.
He was probably like at the boat launch, like yelling at his wife, and he didn't notice.
God damn it! What are the wine coolers?
The wine coolers.
And his like kid was dumping a sand castle bucket full of water down his intake while he was
And the
screaming at his
car.
wife while she was trying to back the truck down the boat launch.
Yeah. Somebody just didn't love it the way
Somebody just didn't give you the love you deserve.
Alright, everybody be cool. This is the gross piston.
Everybody be cool.
Everybody be cool. Wow, that ring is not a ring.
Oh no.
Oh. Ah.
Chris tried as Mario.
Ooh, she's rough.
Woo! Let's see. Let's show the boys at home. Ugh.
I don't know. The piston might be okay because it's aluminum, but
It's fucking 5-year-old.
But them
Jesus
holes.
Christ.
them dogs just ain't gonna hunt. You know what we're gonna try to do? We're still gonna try to hone that out, and we're just gonna.
Just not talk about it. Thanks for that. I have a 9/16. Because everything else on this fucking motor's been 9/16.
9/16.
Yep.
Yeah.
She glides real nice.
She
when there's
glides
nothing
right
to-
around.
Wow, look at that!
When you're not fighting the rust hole, you're
That's very nice, actually. Well done, boys.
well done.
Yeah. Well done, guys.
We did it. We fixed it.
But this is the part where we go bam 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 bam. You know. So,
Like a Nokia ringtone.
We put weird.
weird experimental jazz music.
No, I think we're gonna fucking send it with that hole like that, though. I'll tell you that.
So. Just
I mean, I'm gonna try to hone it as best I can. I cannot pay for a hone.
slip an R. I guess we're just used to old wrestling.
Well,
Well, that was the last one.
well, she's pretty tore down now.
I want you to turn this over. It's just super satisfying.
I'm just gonna send her for a zing.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. Calvin, are you gonna hook that up to your fucking drill?
I just go.
Bar straight up.
Whoa! You gotta make a break a pretty cake. Okey smoky. So we just these caps should just kind of.
So we're gonna get the main caps off now. This video is unusable.
Like, this probably won't make a great video, but you know,
It's been a hell of a time.
It's been
we're having a good time. Hopefully, you know.
we'll cut around it.
It's like a tooth.
Yeah.
There you go.
Son of
Go
a
set her
bitch.
in line, boy.
He ain't coming out.
Her. Her.
I got a real banger of an idea.
A banger idea. Oh, Andy.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Told you.
All right, what we'll do is we'll take all these tools off, and then the cranky go. It's a beautiful thing to look at all these engine parts.
Ooh, very nice, boys. Looking good.
It's a view.
Couple of nice boys.
That dude, those look glorious.
Or just a couple of nice boys. Come on.
Today you become a man.
She looks pretty good. This has a couple marks, but nothing I can like catch my fingernail on.
Nothing
All of
a little
these?
bit of brass on some shoelace
shoelace.
won't take care of.
I mean, there's a little bit of rust where you can see it might have had some water in it, and there's a little rust here where I think it made it past the rear main seal, or it might have been a little soaked. But man, it looks really good. I think this crank is totally workable.
See what we got.
All right. So on all the ones that don't have issues, you can still see a lot of the cross hatching from when they honed it. It's got a little bit of glazing down the bottom. I mean, you can see like the shiny. This one was I think
Little
it was
bit.
pitted on top was the problem, and that's pretty bad. That's
Ooh,
really really bad. You can catch your fingernail.
I can hear it.
Yeah. And then this one we have yet to see. I mean, she's kind of rusty, but it just looks like, nah, it might be pitted. So I don't know. I haven't measured to see if this has been bored out yet, but it's probably going to need it on at least these two. I mean, we'll see, but I don't feel any kind of like a ridge. So their bores don't feel like they're worn. I don't know. It doesn't look too bad. It's just these.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's just, the two little stinkers over there are going to be our problem children.
Yeah, I can't feel any kind of a ridge.
Yeah.
She's looking good, I think, other than these guys. All right, so we got our 455 olds all tore down, as you can see by this lovely pile of parts back behind me, taking up my workspace. And I'm just going to kind of go through everything and sort of inspect it. I mean, the whole idea here is to do a really low budget build. I'm not going to do things the right way because, I mean, it's going in a boat. I mean, it's going to go out maybe 2 times a year, as is the fate of every boat. So I'm just going to kind of go through all this and show you what I think about it all. We're going to try to put a few fixes on things, and then we're going to slap her back together and see if it doesn't blow up. So I'm going to start with the block here, and I'm going to talk about the bores. They all look actually really pretty good. I mean, you can see still has like the hone cross hatching in there, but there are 2 holes that were sitting with water in them, and they look pretty rough. You can see this one's got some surface rust in there. doesn't really look to be super pitted, so that might actually hone out. And then this one, which is actually not the rusty one that you saw in the teardown, but you can see the pitting right there. I mean, she's fairly deep. I don't know, I can kind of catch my fingernail on that. What I'm gonna do is get a really aggressive hone, and I'm gonna try to hone these 2 holes out. And I mean, I'm not gonna take this in to get it bored, because you know, new pistons and the machine work and all that is not in the budget. So other than that though, all the holes look really good. There's a little bit of glazing, so I might just drag a hone through them real quick. But yeah, I think they'll clean up. It might smoke a little bit or use a little bit of oil. I don't really care. So looking at the actual casting on the block, these engines are known for blowing up just because they have really bad oil drain back issues. Basically, the valve covers fill with oil on these big block Oldsmobiles, and they suck the pan dry before the oil can return back down when they're running at higher RPM. And if you think about a boat, it's sitting there and it's going, you know, while you're cruising down the lake. And so that's just, I don't know why they put these in so many boats, but it's not a great motor for it. But you know what, it's what we got. So we're gonna do a few things. The first thing is you can see like all these kind of rough sort of flash areas on the casting of the block here. So I mean, that all hurts your oil drain back. And then I've been told that that can create stress risers. So what we're going to do is go in and take a die grinder and actually grind these back and just sort of open these holes up and make them smooth. So that'll help our oil drain back here in the valley. So as for the deck surfaces here, I was just checking them for flatness with this super precise straight edge and my Chinese Harbor Freight feeler gauge. And I was just checking all over the place to see if I could get this 5/1000 feeler gauge through. So I just kind of was moving this around and making sure this wouldn't slip through there. I mean, it's a little high over here, so that's why it's falling through. But actually the flatness on this thing looks really, really good, I think. So I'm just gonna maybe take a wire wheel to it and check it again, but I don't think that these are gonna blow a head gasket due to like a warped deck surface or anything. And then I actually have a new set of heads for it lurking down there. We're not gonna use those old ones, I don't think. So yeah, that should be pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So just looking at these bearings before I pull them out, they actually look, you know, not half bad. Like really that bearing isn't really worn. There's nothing I can like catch a fingernail on or anything. So I don't know, I'm pretty happy with that too. It looks like it was running fairly decently. It wasn't sucking a lot of dirt through, even though it was super sludgy. But I mean, those look pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna put new bearings in it obviously, but just looking at how it was doing with the old ones, they really don't look too bad. So I'm just gonna pop the main bearings out here, and these surfaces look really, really good too. There's some oil restriction stuff that I've read helps out. You have to tap little restrictors down into here. So I don't think that this has had that done, but what it does is it basically restricts oil flow to the valve train and kind of keeps those heads from filling up full of oil and sucking the pan dry. Pulled the rest of the main bearings out, and they actually look really awesome. Those are just like machine marks. Those little lines that you may or may not be able to see. But yeah, she looks pretty fresh. I don't think that this engine really got run all that much. I mean, everything looks actually pretty new. I think something happened. Maybe this boat got ran a time or two, you know, had some water go down one of the holes and the guy just gave up on it. And so I don't know. Everything else other than those two bores, looks pretty good. So yeah, I don't know. The crank looks really nice. I mean, these surfaces, I mean, there's a little bit of like where it might have got some rust on it while the engine was sitting in the back of my truck for a month. But I mean, the journals actually look really good. They're not really going to need much polishing or anything. I still got to check them for size and make sure they're not worn or anything, but I doubt that they are. This looks really, really good, so I'm pretty happy with the crank. I'm going to reuse that. And then same thing here with the pistons and rods. They look, I mean, almost brand new. I mean, I took, I think it was this one, and I just ground a little bit of the carbon off of it. I mean, they look great. I mean, there's no evil to be found here. Maybe the one that was sitting with the water in it. That one might need a little love. But the rest of these, I mean, new rings, but I say they're good to go. And I mean, these rods look, you know, fairly decent. I'll have to give them a closer look, but I mean, the surfaces, you can still see where they were, you know, worked there, where the bearings go. So I don't know. I mean, these look really, really good. These heads, I'm not gonna pick them up, but these heads, I mean, they might be all right. I mean, I think it was this one here. Yeah, she's definitely crispy. These ones, oh, come on. These ones that had the water in them. So, I mean, those will probably need new valves and seats and, you know, I don't know. They just look a little rough there. I don't think these heads are like ruined or anything, but I have, like I said before, some nice fresh new ones lovingly placed down under my dirty workbench down here. So I'm gonna, I think, run those. But anyways, nothing concerning that I'm seeing. It doesn't look like anything got in here and bounced around or anything. And then this camshaft is not really doing it for me, but I think we're gonna send her anyways. I might do some measuring and see how worn out these lobes are, but you can see, I mean, they were definitely, this is definitely an older, more run cam. None of them look flat, but the one problem I'm seeing, and I might have done this when I was pulling the gear off, or it might have happened before, is if you look at where this little dowel is, where the timing gear goes on, you can see the crack right here. It's actually starting to, you can see right there. But she's cracking. So I think we're gonna do the wrong thing here, and I know some very good welders. So I think later on today, I'm gonna take this down to the welding shop, and we're gonna see if somebody can weld this up for us, because I mean, I'm not gonna run it like that. That essentially drives the cam, and I don't want that to tear out and, you know, get me stuck in the middle of a lake somewhere. But I don't really want to buy a new cam, and actually at the time of making this video, I think I keep saying it, but there's a nationwide cam shortage. So I cannot find anywhere that sells a marine cam for an Oldsmobile big block. So you know what? We're just going to try to fix this bad boy up. We're just going to weld that there crack, which is the wrong thing to do. Do not do that, but we're going to try it anyways. We're going to run her. These lifters, they're not fantastic, but I mean, they're also not super, they look pretty bad, but I'm going to reuse them. They still are convex. I've checked them, and so they still kind of have their little slight dome shape on the top, so things will still rotate. But they look good. And then the push rods, I still need to check them by rolling around on the table, but I have all extras of this stuff. The push rods, rockers, pedestals. I do have one, and I think she's over here. Yes, she is. Looks like one of these guys broke. I don't know how that happened, but I mean, ew. But like I said, I have all new rockers and all this stuff. Well, not new, but you know, I got extras. The boat came with a bunch of parts. Actually, it came with a whole engine, but we have different plans for that. So I have a bunch of the old parts out of that. Main caps look about like how they did on the block. And then I've got this harmonic balancer here, which is pretty old and gross, but I don't really care. And then it is starting to, you can see, crack right there on top. Man, yeah, you can see it there. Right where that dowel, or that whatever you call it, the pin, the dowel, the key, whatever goes. So I think we're just going to do the wrong thing and get that welded up too, because, yeah, you know, why not? And then we have this questionable starter and coil and starter solenoid. May or may not use these. I don't know. We'll hook them up to a battery and see if they go. I do have a new starter if needed. So this timing cover, I mean, she's pretty crispy. Looks good on this side, but I don't know what was going on there. And maybe that's why the cam has that crack. I don't know what the hell happened, but it was like punched into the cam while the cam wasn't all the way in. But I mean, look at that big nasty bump there. I may not reuse this, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how brave I'm feeling. But I mean, that's just rough. I don't know about that. And then I got some other like random pulleys and stuff that came with this engine. I don't even know if they're for this or not. And then we've got these water logs here. The water logs, or the exhaust logs, whatever you want to call them. And they've been like welded up. It looks like they were cracking. I mean, these get super hot, and they're just like a big aluminum casting. So I actually do have like 2 other sets of these that came with the boat. So probably won't reuse these ones. Not to say they're not probably usable for somebody, but I'll probably just throw them in the shed and never use them again. So anyways, that's kind of what we're looking at here. I don't have an intake. I do have a carburetor, but that looks pretty nice and brand new. That didn't come with this engine, but it's a special marine carburetor, so we're gonna use that. But anyways, I'm not super scared by what I saw with this engine. That camshaft is the only thing that's really giving me the willies. So I don't know. We're gonna just try to clean things up, get her slapped back together, do a little honing, and we'll see if she rides. She's gonna ride.